Sometimes when your mind gets filled with confusion, you gotta learn to separate reality from illusion. Do what you wanna do, say what you wanna say, feel how you wanna feel, 'cause it's your choice to make. Say what you wanna say, what you wanna do, feel how you wanna feel, 'cause the choice is up to you. You're born free. We're all born free.
Welcome, my TN friends. I'm Brett with In the Now magazine, sitting with...
I'm Frank Hannon, lead guitarist of Tesla, and if you're not in the now, you're in the nothing.
Perfect. Appreciate you taking the time today, Frank. So, Frank, you're currently on tour with your solo band right now. How's that going so far?
It's going great, man. You know, I got a three-piece band, and to have all that space in the music, you know, just one guitar really gives me a chance to stretch out and go crazy.
Excellent.
You know, and the band is really good. I can throw curveballs at them and they follow, you know. Like I can bust out in some Chuck Berry or some funk, some Chili Peppers, some Tesla, Van Halen, anything I throw at them, they can do. I got a great band. Aaron Lee plays bass. Kelly Smith plays drums.
Excellent. So, World Peace released last year. Why don't you tell us about that kind of writing process and everything?
Yeah, I wish I had a copy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my hands here, then you can just superimpose one.
That's it.
Okay?
You got it. Right in.
It's the album came out last October, and it came together really quick, man. All the songs I wrote just magically, like on the road in the dressing room. I had a little box that I was recording stuff with. I'd have an idea, I'd put it down. I'd have ideas for lyrics. Like one of the songs was called Lucky 13. I was on my way to Las Vegas and I was feeling lucky, and it just kind of came out quick. And I'm really proud of the record. We're shooting a video for it. We shot the video in New York City on Times Square, and we're editing it as soon as we get home, and it'll be hopefully out and edited by the time this interview gets put up.
Fantastic. We can add that right in. Perfect. So, so I obviously gave the album a listen. Really dig the tune, the picture.
Yeah.
It kind of had like a Soundgarden vibe to it a little bit.
Thank you.
So, is there a favorite song on the album for you?
Well, yeah, the picture is one of my favorites, and that one came together super fast. I mean, the best songs to me that I write come like in a whirlwind of speed. Like that whole song I probably wrote in about 10 minutes, but then I refined it over a couple days.
Yeah, yeah.
I would listen to it and I changed some of the words, like, you know, where I was saying, you know, I got the picture, it's blowing my mind. I added that in there, but it's funny you mentioned that song. That song is actually more influenced by Judas Priest. If you listen to like the bridges, you know, and I got the picture. I'm imagining, you know, Rob Halford and KK Downing.
Sure. So, Red Hawk Records, why don't you tell us about that?
Red Hawk Records is my own independent label. I do produce other artists. I just produced a band called the Greg Golden Band. And Greg is a legend from Reno, legendary guitar player who never made a record, but always has been in the guitar field with Ronnie Montrose and sold guitars to Carlos Santana. He's a guitar collector. Well, now Greg has made an album and he's on my label, Red Hawk Records. So basically, you know, in today's world, you don't need to have a major label or anything. You know, if you've got the gumption to do it, you can do your own thing, and that's what I do.
Excellent. So you told us about the guys in your band, Aaron Lee and Kelly Smith.
That's right.
How did you meet those guys? How'd that all come together?
Well, I've had various lineups as a solo guy. I've had different people in and out of my band. And, you know, bands are hard, man. You know, people want different things. They come in, they don't get what they want, they leave. You know, I just happened to be at a bowling alley one day, And this rock star looking guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, are you Frank Hannon?" And I said, "Yeah." It was Aaron Lee. And, you know, I've been through so many flaky musicians that I was like, okay, what does this guy want? He was like, "I play bass, and I'd like to jam with you." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I've been through about 4 bass players already, you know, just, you get burned so many times, you know."
Sure.
Anyway, so I had some friends check him out. I called some people. Yeah, they said he was cool. He came over to my house and he played the bass, and we were playing some Rush songs. And in 5 seconds, I knew immediately he was my guy. And I hired him on the spot, took a chance. You know, that's what I'm saying. So you always gotta just keep moving forward and take chances on people. And I took a chance with Aaron, and he brought Kelly with him, and it worked out great.
Excellent. So how do you kind of, when you write music, how do you distinguish between Tesla and your solo stuff?
Well, it's easy to do that now because Tesla writes as a group, and I'm always writing songs. So whatever I have at the moment is going to end up being mine. And then whenever Tesla gets together, whatever happens at that moment will end up being Tesla's.
Gotcha.
You know, so it just happens naturally by what's ever happening at the moment. See, I like to write and work and continue. I could make, nothing against Tesla, but I could probably produce and write 5 albums in the time that it takes for Tesla to make 1 album.
Wow.
Because Tesla is a great team of people that collaborate. Whereas with me, when you write your own songs, it's a lot easier and quicker. You don't have to change things and discuss things and go around the table.
Right. That makes sense. So, was there a moment in your career when you realized you made it?
Yeah, when we threw it all away and we were like, when I was feeding the wood chipper. I had a job when after Tesla had a 10-year run, and we came home from the Leonard Skinner tour. We got into a big fight and we broke up, and it was a horrible time. And I got a job. I was hanging sheetrock for a while. And then I got another job. I was picking up brush and feeding the chipper and trimming trees. Looking back and going, wow, we had made it. And then we pissed it all away.
Oh, no.
So, you know, it's ups and downs, you know what I mean?
Sure. So, of course, you've been at this for quite some time. Is there a crazy rock star moment, story that you can tell us? Something that stands out?
Nothing that I can tell, no.
I got you.
Let me think. Crazy rock star, you want like just crazy dirt, don't you?
You know, tearing up hotel rooms, I don't know. You're on tour with somebody. What's happening?
No, you know, there's just, I always tell the story about how we were on our way to play Texas Jam, and we had these rental cars, you know, that's on our first album, and it was like Cheech and Chong going down the highway, you know, and the state trooper pulls us over and takes us to jail, and we were on our way to play the biggest show of our life, opening for Aerosmith in Boston. The cop said, "Well, boys, how much is that worth to you?" So we all reached in our pockets and pulled out $1 here, $1 there, and ended up giving him like $200, and he let us go.
Nice. So, is there a favorite tour?
Well, yeah, Def Leppard, man. The Def Leppard In the Round tour of 1987 was our favorite tour, and that's the other news we should talk about.
Sure.
Tesla is reuniting with Def Leppard this summer.
Styx too?
Styx, Def Leppard, and Tesla. Nice. And all the shows are already selling out. It's amazing, yeah.
Fantastic. How about worst tour?
Huh?
Do you have the worst tour? You were on tour, you're like, this isn't going too well?
No, we've always had great times. We've opened for just about everybody from Poison to Great White to David Lee Roth to Alice Cooper. We've opened for Matchbox 20. We've opened for Kiss. We've been very fortunate to open for a lot of people and tour. I mean, one of the worst experiences we had was in Paris, France, and they wouldn't let us check into the hotel. They didn't like us for some reason, and We didn't find that out until we climbed about 10 flights of stairs to get to the lobby of the hotel. And then we had to go find a parking spot for our bus, and we ended up under a bridge, a concrete bridge that was about a mile long. And the fumes, and it was just funky. And it's sweat, no air conditioning. It was, we're spoiled over here in America. We really are.
Yes, we are. Absolutely. So, 2 bands around today that you can tour with. Who are they?
Who would be my choice?
Yes.
Oh, I love Godsmack, man. I would tour with them. As a guitarist with my solo band, I want to go out with Tremonti, you know,
yes.
Or, you know, Joe Bonamassa, Warren Haynes, any of those guys. I would love to be able to have a chance to play guitar and jam with them.
Nice. When Frank Hannon's off tour, what are you doing?
When I'm home, I'm writing songs and working on music. And also, my wife is a horse trainer, so we train horses. She does a lot of cow cutting, it's called. Does a lot of cow work, and so we have a ranch. I have I have some kids. I'm taking care of my 17-year-old son.
Keeps you busy.
I'm a busy guy.
I bet you are. So, any final words for the fans out there?
Final words. Just thank you. You know, thanks for showing up and keeping music alive and supporting us all these years, and be safe, and live each moment to the fullest, man. You know, you never know when you're gonna pass away or something, like AJ Barrow just did, or
yeah.
Andy Frazier. A lot of musicians recently have passed away, but we've lost a lot of friends over the past year, and it's made me realize you just gotta live life to the fullest and try to be a good person.
Absolutely. So, Frank Hannon on tour right now. Check out his new record, World Peace. Of course, he's coming on tour with Tesla as well, with Def Leppard and Styx. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
All right. Thanks, Frank.
You got it.